Hello, everybody. It's your boy Jake, and welcome back to the first podcast. And I'm with my boy DK.
We still don't know what to name this.
No, we don't. And he has a raging hot boner for Miatas. I don't know if you can tell. Oh God, there's a cricket down. Wait, do you hear that? There's like a cricket down here. Okay. Well, anyway, so today's topic is going to be for the first podcast. Today's topic is going to be new cars that have already come out or coming out that are either a yay or a nay. So.
Or we don't even know anything.
We don't even know how to classify them.
At 16.
So let's just get into the 45-minute kerfuffle that this is going to be. Okay,
right.
So 2020 Corvette. What's good about that, though? I'm honestly surprised. I'm honestly surprised though that they can pull off that good of an interior. I mean, I haven't really seen one in person, so I can't say anything.
No.
But I'm surprised. Everybody's been saying how good it is, and they can pull it off for under 60 grand.
Yeah, 60 grand for under 3 seconds.
Like that. And then there's Ford charging. Oh yeah, just a little side story. So I was coming home from my cottage. Yeah, there you go. So I was coming home from my cottage today, and I passed one of those rare I forget exactly what it's called, but like the orange and blue Ford GTs, like the old 05 one.
Oh, those are just the GTs, I think. I don't know.
No. Like it's like it was a rare one. Like it wasn't one of those just out of the factory ones. Like it was one of those like $3 million ones.
Oh, was it a GT40?
I think so. Let me just Google it.
Were the GT40s were the Le Mans ones that beat Ferrari?
Yeah, I think it might have been the Le Mans ones.
The first or whatever, not the newest generation.
It was like the baby blue with an orange stripe.
It might have just been somebody who did up their.
It could have just been a paint scheme.
Ford GT
here.
Like Golf.
Images about here. I think it's the Heritage Edition. Yeah, it's the Heritage Edition.
Yeah, it'd be the Heritage Edition.
Isn't that one like $3 million?
Just throw that in the chat.
Yeah, here.
I couldn't tell you. Throw that in the chat for context for viewers that we probably don't have any of.
Okay, so
but back to while you're getting that, back to the C8 Corvette.
Yeah,
but anyone would like to know how they're gonna how they're going with the flat crank V8 or whatever.
I'm gonna be excited for the Z06 and Z01 model. There you go.
That's the Heritage model thing.
Yeah. I saw one of those on the side of the road. I was like, bruh.
Those are cool, but the C8 Corvette, first off, it's a Corvette. It's mid-engine.
Think about how the old Stingray looked.
Bags in.
No, think about how the Z06 looked, because they look the exact. Like the Z01 can't be classified because like the Z06 Stingray and the Stingray all look the exact same. Or Grand Sport. Yeah. But they just have more upgrades. Like the Z06 and the Grand Sport have wider wheels. But think about how this one looks. And think about how they can improve that. Think about how good this is the cheapest one you can buy. And think about how good that looks. Now think about how it'll be upgraded times 10 like the Z06 was.
And they only have the automatic or the dual clutch or whatever it is.
The dual clutch will be dope.
I think it's just the dual clutch I think is what it has. But there's room in it.
Yeah, I know. Like
a stick shift that they just haven't added yet.
And bro, they know their target demographic. You can fit 2 golf clubs.
No. Exactly, the middle-aged men and the crisis mobile type of thing. But there's room for them to add the stick shift to it. So who knows? Maybe the
there is, but the only thing is
going to have a stick in it.
I heard a lot of arguments.
I
heard a lot of arguments. The only reason that they're not is because, like last year, literally only like 15% of all Corvettes were stick shift. And why are they going to spend the money to develop a stick shift if only 15% of their market is a stick shift?
But that they didn't add it, and people, maybe that was their whole scheme sort of thing to get it more popular for when they add it, and maybe add it in 20.
Yeah, it could be. I'm actually shocked how they just unveiled it, and they're already saying they're like this YouTuber that I watched, Street Speed 717. He's already saying that he got a quote that he's probably going to get his in January.
Yeah.
Which is kind of shocking. Shocking.
There's big unveiling, which had all like.
Oh, I watched. I didn't watch it live, but I watched like a couple hours after it happened. It was pretty dope.
I didn't watch it live. I watched it on like Chris Fix's
I kind of mad that they didn't call it the Zora
and
though, because
whatnot. And
everyone's thinking they were gonna call it the Corvette Zora, but they're sticking with Stingray. I feel like they are gonna come out with a Zora model though, like maybe like a special edition, kind of like the Ford GT Heritage, but just like a Corvette version that they called like the Stingray Zora or something.
I also watched the whole unveiling thing on Jack Ultramotive's YouTube
No, okay.
video. Go hit it up if you want
Free
to
plug.
see a pretty in-depth
Free plug.
thing. Okay, well, free plug. I mean, it shows you a lot more about the C8 than we'll be able to explain, so you know.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Plus, he doesn't need a free plug. He's 1 point some odd mil.
Yeah, I was shocked. Like, I was like, everyone was thinking, okay, the base model is at least gonna cost like $100,000 if they want it to be mid-engine. Shut up, phone. And then they're like, yeah, and it's gonna be under $60,000. That's all we're gonna say. And literally, like, everyone just lost their.
I know, like, it was nuts.
What do you think about the rear end though? Because I've heard a lot of people say they don't like the rear end.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. I put it in the picture of the rear end.
Yeah.
I think it looks good. I think they should have kept the exhaust tips in the middle, like what they had before.
I think that would have been a traditional Corvette because literally every one of them had it since like the C3 or C4, I believe.
But with the tips on the side, it makes it look too much like you're sitting behind like a Camaro. What is it? The
ZL1.
The ZL1, yeah. It looks like you're sitting behind a ZL1.
Well, the thing is, do you see?
The thing is,
it's the signature Corvette thing, and this thing really doesn't look anything like an old Corvette. But the thing is, it's kind of for a good thing though, because Corvette had that old like cheap American muscle, crappy interior, midlife crisis mobile, and I think they're trying to change that. So they kind of changed the look. But think about but think about just change the exhaust to the center. It wouldn't probably look as good though. That's the thing. It would look decent, but it wouldn't look as good. They did it for a reason.
Look more Corvette because you can't stray much more away from Corvette.
But this looks more supercar.
Like, no, shut up. This looks like yeah, and the.
It looks all. I like it though.
What happened?
It would have looked decent with the tips in the middle, but I think it honestly looks. I think they pulled it off with it on the outside like that.
I think it would have looked more unique if it was the quad in the middle again.
It would have looked more like a Corvette. Like
this is a Corvette you're sitting behind in traffic.
Yeah. I still like how they kept. You can't really see it because this image is like 2 pixels, but they kept like the Corvette script, which is nice. And I like the way they put the Stingray right in the middle, coming like right where the body meets together at the end. They put a Stingray. I think that looks really dope.
Yeah. Put on that.
What do you think about the wing though? Because a lot of people don't like how the wing looks. They have a high wing option. But a lot of people.
I think it looks really good.
I think it looks interesting. I've never seen.
I think it looks good.
And I wouldn't call it a wing. I'd call it a spoiler, I guess. But
yeah, you know that lip on the Miatas that a lot of people do, the one that has like the 2 holes in the side. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
You can't see it, my profile picture, but
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It looks like one of those upside down on the back of it almost. But
yeah,
I think it looks.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I get what you mean, but I think it looks. I've never seen anything like it. I'll just say that.
Yeah, I also really like how the rims look. I don't know, something about the rims I like.
I like how they're because people don't like solid silver rims, but a lot of people don't like solid black rims. So I'm like, screw it, just give them both. I think they pulled it off.
I think it's a really.
Because I like silver rims, but I hate them, and I like black rims, but I also hate them because then it just looks like there's no wheels, you can't see them. But with the silver, they kind of look too cheap to me.
If we scroll up to the Supra in the chat, the wheels look a little cheap on it.
They look all right, but yes, they look like they were spray painted.
They're all. It looks like somebody. It looks like a 17-year-old dipped them.
Exactly, but no, these look good because it looks like they were actually like crafted.
It looks really.
The only thing I don't like is that like a fake vent on the front, like the very front. I think that is, but
I think it is, unless maybe there's an air pocket that go.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's even a storage up front. If there's a storage, I don't know if there's like an air thing that vents it out over the.
There's a whole trunk in the front, hood. But yeah.
They might be fake vents. I know the ones on the side. I think are for.
Then again, it would have looked stupid without.
Are vented onto the brakes. Something. Yeah, it would have looked kind of dumb.
But no, like I think it looks like a supercar. But honestly, if you were to look at this and you were to like ask, hey, what type of car is this? Without giving with rubbing off all the logos, I probably couldn't tell you. It doesn't look like a Corvette anymore.
I think you would have been able to eventually get to like that. Looks kind of like a
If I
Corvette.
looked at it more,
if you see it from the
yeah.
front, it looks like a lot. From the front, if you scroll up a couple pictures,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
looks like a LaFerrari almost. Like the body.
It does. I can see what
almost
you mean though. It
profile
does.
looks like LaFerrari.
It looks like a LaFerrari, but it also I can see a bit of Corvette in there, just the way like the bottom looks.
The whole
It
front
does.
bumper and headlights and everything.
I can
look
see
a
Corvette in
lot
there.
like Corvette.
The back kind of looks like Ferrari, or no, it looks like Lamborghini had a illegitimate child with a
Gallardo.
Camaro SS.
Yeah,
And
a
that
Gallardo
popped
mixed with Camaro SS.
Mixed with a Miata bumper that's upside down.
Yes.
But no, you know what's really cool? So I got bored, so I went on
yes.
the Corvette website and I just started designing one. And did you know you can order a light up engine bay? You can get a light, like an LED light, like two, that are just pointing right at your engine, and you can see it at all times. When you walk away from the car, there's lights in your engine bay. How hot is that?
It's the ultimate flex, is what that is.
The ultimate flex. Look at that 6.2 liter glory.
Actually, aspirated V8. Like that thing looks like that. Honestly, looks like it's gonna be a V8 American muscle car that's not gonna try and kill you like the Viper or like.
Yeah, no.
Well, the Viper was V10, I think.
The Viper is just a death trap.
I
like how I don't get how the
like
entire engine bay is all carbon fiber, and yet it's under 60 grand. Like, hang on? I'm gonna post a picture here, but do you see how much damn carbon fiber is in there? For under 60, I don't get that. Look here.
Yeah.
Look, there's so much.
The sides.
I think the engine looks pretty hot though
inside.
too.
Yeah.
You know what I like?
It looks like a throwback to the LS.
Yeah, I like the LS looking heads, but then I like the futuristic looking
red
top.
heads.
Like
the red heads definitely look like. Yeah, the red heads definitely look like LS5.
Yeah, it looks like an old Chevy small block.
Yes, that's what I was looking for. Old Chevy small block.
It looks quite beautiful, but then it's like a mix because it looks like a small block, but then you got the nice futuristic intake on the top.
I think it looks really good.
And the cool thing is you can actually customize, I think, the way you want your headers colored and the intake colored.
You go with that red that's there.
Yeah, if I were to choose one, I'd probably go with that, because, yeah.
I'd like to transition over to something else I've heard in the
car industry
recently, I guess. Which would be hasn't really been released a whole bunch, and I can't find a solid
the new BMW. I mean,
one
Supra?
That's not no. I'll talk about that later. One that's kind of been and I don't know if this is going to be real or if this is just something CGI sort of thing.
Okay.
S16 Sylvia.
An S16. That doesn't. It kind of looks like an Audi R8 to me. Don't the lights kind of remind you of Audi R8?
I searched that up. I get that, and then I get like some of the most jank looking things ever. I think it like.
Wait. So what is it again?
S16 is I don't know if it's a legitimate thing.
Is it JDM? Because I'm horrible at JDM.
It's Japanese. It's Nissan.
Okay. It's a Honda.
Like, get it together.
I don't know anything about JDM.
You know that. But
Don't bully me.
I'm gonna put in the S15, which was the previous one that.
I wish they would make a new Honda S2000 and actually pull it off. Because so far, the old Japanese cars from the 90s and early 2000s were great, and every remake of them has been an absolute fail. Think about it. Acura NSX, fail. The new Supra, fail.
I like the new NSX.
It looks good. It's just too complicated. I think
it's
the reason the NSX was good is because it was simple, it worked, and it was kind of just like a Corvette. It was simple, it was nice, and now they just complicated the shit out of it to where it's like twin. I like the twin turbo part. I think it's twin turbo, but I hate the hybrid powertrain. That's just dumb. Yeah, that's dumb.
I put in the chat.
I just put in a classic twin turbo V6.
No, the old NSX was like built for the future type of thing and timeless design and everything.
Yeah, and now they're just.
I guess they're going with the more futuristic.
I like how it looks. I like how it looks. It looks really good. I'm just saying I hate the hybrid powertrain part. That's what everybody
I think
hates.
it's a really good car. It just shouldn't have been called an NSX. They should have given it
Yeah,
a
that's what
different.
everybody's saying. It's a
Same with
good car. It just
Wave
shouldn't be an NSX. An NSX should be
NSX, but it's a really
a
good car.
simple,
Same with
fun,
the
fast
Supra.
car.
The new
Kind
Supra.
of like a
The
hyped
new
up, like an
Supra.
amped up Miata, to a point.
New
It's
Supra
simple.
is a really, really good car.
Yeah.
Like, it's a BMW engine. I'm pretty sure, like, Yamaha or something helped develop
What
the
the new
JZs.
Supra?
JZs
Because
that
the
were
new
the old
Supra is just
Supras.
flat out, literally a BMW motor.
Yeah, it is.
There's
But
BMW
yeah,
parts all over
going
it.
back to, we're off topic a little bit of what I put in a second ago is see how it connects like the
Yeah.
S15, the one I put in the bottom.
Yeah.
If Nissan comes out with this, I feel like it would definitely, they'd pull it off. It'd be the first Japanese Japanese 90s car.
You know what I wish they'd remake and it'd be good though is a Honda S2000 because they're pretty dope.
I have a drawing. One of my first, like, I don't know if you know that I draw cars all the time, but yeah.
Yeah, I know. Plug your Instagram page right here.
Stuff, you know, you want to hit it up. I think it's 36 followers.
Plug it right here, boys. Insert.
Oh yeah. Insert plug in the top left.
Insert plug in the entire screen.
Link straight there. But yeah, it was one of the first cars that I drew. It was an S2K. I don't know if I have it on there.
I went to a Chevy dealership not far from my house, and there was a, I think it was like a black S2000. I think I sent you that picture. There was like a black S2000 in the parking lot.
Was it what? Had it fallen off a lift like Supercar Suspects S2000?
No. It was like the good one. It was just the basic one.
Do you watch Supercar Suspects?
No.
Enough to get the reference at least? Oh, come on.
No. I watched completely other channels for me. I'm pretty sure we don't watch this. Do you watch Vehicle Virgins or no? Because I don't really much anymore.
I kind of just, I don't know.
I used to, but now I don't. I don't watch them as much. Do you watch these guys called the Straight Pipes?
Oh.
Because they're basically like the Canadian. They're basically the Canadian version of Doug DeMuro, though.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, like
Doug DeMuro's a beauty.
But anyway, yeah, we were getting off topic again.
Podcast hit us up.
How far are we?
The S16. There's not a whole lot to talk about because there's nothing I can find on the internet.
Yeah, the Corvette has actually been released. It's saying, but this is just. It could be CGI. It could be real. You never know.
It says that they're coming out with a S16, like topspeed.com, outrunspeed.com, topcarconnection.com, nissanalliance.com. All these, like, if you just type up S16 Sevilla, these all come up as articles on the S16.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing has been Nissan. It's just been a little bit. And who knows, maybe they're CGI from some weird dude in a basement.
Okay, now I'm gonna paste a car. Will it allow me to copy and paste or no?
Yeah, just copy and paste.
I didn't know I could copy and paste it. I've been downloading them. What do you think of that? The 2021 GTR. I'm not a big fan of it.
Is that the GTR 50?
No, that's like just the 2020 GTR.
I feel like it's the design is gonna get mellowed out.
I'm not a big fan of. I'm not a big fan of it so far.
Looks.
But look at the taillights. The taillights look too much like a Ford GT. It's flat out a circle. Actually, no. Now that I'm looking at the back, they look like Nissan, but they look like.
Do you have a picture of it from the back?
Yeah. They look like Corvette. They look like Corvette and Nissan GTR had an illegitimate child.
Put the picture of. Oh, there it is.
See what I mean? Like it looks Nissan GTR, but it looks like, also Corvette too.
Looks like all. Back to like the Hawk.
It looks like Ford GT
all mixed together.
It looks like Ford GT, Corvette, and Nissan all had a threesome and popped out these taillights.
Yes, that is true. But the general body styling and everything, like you think back to like the early generations of GTRs, then to the Skyline generations, and then to the R35 generation, and it looks like they all kind of merged into one for this almost.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not a big fan of it though. It looks too like robotic. That's the best way I
And
can
it looks like it's a transformer.
Exactly. There we go. I was gonna say, kind of looks like a crunched up piece of paper, but that's the new Prius.
Exactly.
That's the new Prius.
Yeah. I'd like to go to another one since that there's also not a whole lot on, but I'm thinking
I'm going back to the original topic though. The one thing I think, like I was saying about the old Corvette though, everyone thinks about it as midlife crisis. I need a fun car, but I think they're trying to change that image because think about it, it worked. It doesn't really look like any of the old Corvettes, but it still is the Corvette. If you think like it still is the Corvette, and you can still feel like it's a Corvette. But it doesn't look like any of the old ones. It doesn't have the feel of the old ones, but it does, if that makes sense. But they're trying to go a new direction because think about it. Nobody was like, people were like, yeah, the new ZR1's pretty cool, but not that many people had them. But now there's people, like I've heard that like didn't even speak the word Corvette that want one.
exactly.
Everybody on the face of the earth wants
like I
one
never.
now.
I was in your science. You know, I always bugged you about liking Corvettes because they were the midlife crisis mobile. Now they're more like.
But now they're not. You can't say that anymore.
Yeah, they're not. Well, I can still say that.
I think they're trying to get rid of. They're trying to kind of keep that image, but also get rid of it to a point because they're like, yeah, we can fit 2 golf clubs back there, but they're also trying to target like younger people.
It's also under 3 seconds, 0 to 60,
which is pretty epic. Which is pretty epic for a natural. Think about it, under 3 seconds for a naturally aspirated V8.
That's insane.
Up yours, Ford.
I'd like to go.
Only thing I saw, I'm not sure if this was. Just it said track speed of top 194, which if that's true, if that's like straight line, I'm not sure if that's the same or not. Straight line speed or track speed, because if it's straight line speed, maximum 194, that's kind of disappointing.
Yeah, that is.
They said track speed, so I'm wondering if that means like straight away on a racetrack or something.
Hold on, I'd like to transition over to what held at one point. I don't know if it still is the record holder for front-wheel drive cars around the Nürburgring, and how unbelievably overstyled the back end is of the Civic Type R.
Here, I'm just searching it up. It says the top speed here under road and track. If it wants to flip and load. nearly 200 miles per hour. So yeah, it's nearly. Let's see. 190. It is 194. That's slow.
For the C8?
That's with the Z51 performance pack tool. That's with the fat ass wang though, I think.
Yeah, with the big wing will
that explains it though.
Drag and it'll.
Oh, not the Civic.
And all, but it's not gonna help you in a straight line at all. Yeah. Look how
the thing is with the Corvette though, the ZR1 was kind of like in like a mixed world where it could be a drag car, but it's also a good race car. This is flat out meant to be a race car. It's not meant to be a drag car. So nobody really cares about top speed when you're on a racetrack.
Yeah.
You just care about how fast you can take the track, not how fast you can go 0 to 60, or then it's like how fast it'll go maximum. But it's still kind of disappointing. I'd hope it was at least above 200, but whatever. That's the only thing
I'd like to transition over and talk about the new-ish Civic Type R. I know they released it a couple years back. And
I saw Doug DeMuro's video on it, and it does look pretty good, but I feel like all of it is kind of pointless. Like, you saw those fake vents. The wing is just flat, so it doesn't really do anything.
No, the 2 wings.
Yeah, the 2 don't really do anything. They're just flat.
Terrible. You can't see out the back because
they're
there's
flat.
2 giant.
It's basically just like having one. You know those little
it's a 4-cylinder with
you know those little like plastic trays that you could have as like a kid. It was kind of like a little table that you could put on your lap. It looks like one of those.
Stuck under the back wheels of a Civic.
Look. Let's see if I can find one.
And ripped around. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. There's just so many fake vents, and it looks terrible. Yeah, I don't know what they were trying to do.
Oh my god, this
new
is
Civic Type R, even the new Civic like SIs or whatever.
Okay, tell me it doesn't look like. Tell me that's not the Civic wing right there. It is.
Yes, that exactly is what the Civic wing looks like.
It just doesn't do anything. It's just flat. And then there's the 3 exhaust pipes for a 4-cylinder, just like that. Just like the new Camry. Just like that new Camry though. It's a V6 and there's 4 fucking pipes. It's a V6 with 4 exhaust pipes. No one needs that.
No, put in the new Camry.
The new. It looks. I think it looks good though. I think it looks good. It looks good. I just don't
Because I'm
think
pretty
it.
sure
Oh, what did I do?
I'm pretty sure they're canceling the Camry in the next couple of years, and they're just making an insane one for the final couple of years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
Kind of sucks because the
I think it
Camry was
actually. I
everything.
think Toyota did a really good job designing it. It just. I don't think it needs 4 exhaust pipes. I think it's really overstyled.
You
It
put
looks
it in
good.
and it's just lagging, or have you not put it in yet?
What do you mean? Oh no, I'm looking
In
for
the
a good
Discord.
one. So I'll put it in this one. So here's like the back. I think it looks really good. Like I said, I think it's just really overstyled for a family sedan.
Yeah, because you know how every car is going to that, like, go back to the Civic. Every car is trying to be overstyled and have as many fake vents and as many.
I mean, what I am posting is like the
Possible.
top end model one, but
Yeah, the Camry just has its one line along the doors, the one along the bottom.
I just don't think it
flowing,
needs 4
like,
exhaust pipes.
fine
That's
and
all I'm
everything, and
saying.
it looks really. I think it looks really sharp. I know that the 4 exhaust pipes is a little overkill.
Yeah.
Toyota, like, take a look at the new Supra. It's overkill. That's a BMW's up for. Or is that 8? I don't really know what it's based off of because I don't care.
What do you
it's
think of?
BMW.
Okay, what do you think of Ford releasing the Ford Edge Sport?
Well, they're killing off.
They're killing them off. They're killing off the Fusion.
Oh, they're killing off the
They're killing off the
Fusion.
Fusion.
The
Fiesta and the
which
Focus.
I think is a really bad idea because the Fiesta and the Focus are selling like hotcakes.
I know, but they're just like Chevy. They're
Well,
canceling the
Fusion,
Cruze. Literally, Chevy sells a metric shit ton of Cruzes, and yet they're canceling them. I literally like shit bricks. I don't understand it.
I always like, honestly, because I love me a good Focus RS, especially the 2010 to 2013.
I don't like
ones.
Ford, but I think it looks good. Yeah.
Ford in general.
Whip
but
that into drift mode.
I love the Focus RS. Genuinely, like, not having it when I heard that they were killing it off, because it's been doing so well. Like, they've been able to be selling it for like,
Yeah, just like the Cruze. Like, and then they're
10
killing
grand
off
over MSRP.
I'm not sure
in
if they're killing off
dealers.
the Malibu, but I was actually shocked when I heard
Oh,
Chevy's
damn,
killing off the
I don't
Impala
think.
though. Literally, the Impala name has been running around since the '60s, and they're killing it off now.
And they're killing off. Well, it's Chevy. It'll be back in 4 years.
That's true. They said that with the Camaro, and here we are.
Exactly. Same with the Challenger. The Challenger that happened.
Challenger is supposed to be killed off, and here we go.
It's back, and now it's, what is it, 800 and some odd horsepower, and
So
does a wheelie
ridiculous.
stock, like.
Exactly.
But yeah, I actually think that the new Camrys look really, really good.
Yeah, they look good. They look good.
When
I
you
just think
consider like all like the new
now moms can be cool
new
too.
cars in general. Actually, quick now.
We need to give a final word on all these cars. Like, every car in 4 words. We'll do that at the end though.
Every car in 4 words that we've talked about so far.
You know what? I'll give a few. Corvette, not so midlife crisis anymore. Whatever the other Nissan that you put is.
S16.
Yeah, what would you say
I don't know
for
if it
that?
exists or not.
Nissan
That one,
GTR.
you can't-
Nissan GTR 2021. Ford GT, Corvette, Nissan GTR all had an illegitimate child. Honda Civic, child's eating tray. And then the Toyota
3
Camry.
words.
Finally, moms can be cool.
It's true though. I honestly like the new Camrys. It
looks good.
They're good. They look good for once. Not the old like. Hold on a
Fucking
second.
every Indian
Let me
around
just
your
get a
neighborhood
picture of
drives
this.
one. Every Asian guy in your neighborhood drives an old 06 Camry.
I'm getting a good picture of one. What I'm like talking about here. It would load, you know. But like you look around and you see millions of these. Like, it's something good. I don't know why they're killing it off. One, you can't kill them in general. And two is the
yeah.
Camry. Go around and you see a million of these. Like,
Actually, I'd say I see the 06 Camry the most. Like
I see like the mid '90s Camrys all the time.
I think I think that's what it is.
See, like you see them all the time. It's everybody's first car. It's the Camry.
No,
I
not
don't
the.
know
I see the
what it is,
06.
but
Not the
finally,
06
like,
Camry. I see the 06 Corolla everywhere.
My
Yeah, the
neighbors had
06
one.
Corolla is your basic, I just graduated high school mobile.
But like you look at the 91
2010
Camry that I
Camry.
just tossed in, and then you go up to the new one. Like, look at that. That's night and day difference.
Yeah,
Like, it went from being crappy car with hubcaps to this with probably 20-inch rims or something like that.
exactly. Oh, wrong tab. Yeah, but is it just me, or does every Asian guy in your neighborhood drive one of these? Because my grandma has a Chinese neighbor or a
no.
Vietnamese or something, but he drives one, and I see
And
every time I look over, it's either some kid who just graduated college or some Asian
or
guy
retired trucker.
or a cab driver. I see so many cab drivers driving these, or Priuses.
Those are
Should I
cabs.
even say that word, Prius?
Okay, I might have to ban you from this server because
No,
you said
please no.
Prius,
No, please no.
the forbidden word.
No. Did you know there's actually like a whole, like, what's it called? Like, kind of gang around like riced Priuses.
Oh, following? Yes. Hold on.
Yeah, following. There we go.
Since we all know that it's gonna happen, the cars are the new thing. This is gonna be.
Honestly, though, I have to admit some of the riced Priuses actually don't look that horrible. I'm not gonna lie. They don't look horrible.
I'm pulling up a good one that actually looks.
Oh, here we go.
Good.
I don't like a lot. I'd say the 2011 Prius. Should I say it is probably the best looking one of them all? And by I mean best looking, it still looks like actual garbage, but it looks decent.
It's the most properly proportioned and all that.
Yeah, I especially like the back. The back looks good. I don't like the front.
Cars and whatnot.
There, how's
I'm gonna
that?
be driving.
No, not that.
I'm gonna be
Look
driving
at the one I
2011
posted.
Liberty Walk.
That's the best car ever. Look at the one I posted.
I know, but look at this one. That's a Liberty Walk kit on a Prius.
It looks
like,
all
Liberty
right.
Walk literally makes a Prius body kit.
It looks.
It's just
of course
cool.
It looks all right, yeah.
One of these,
But I'm just saying the
Liberty
Prius
Walk
looks like a crumpled up piece of paper. It literally looks like the tail light. They just crumpled up a piece of paper, slapped on some wheels and some tail lights.
Oh, it's literally the body and all that is literally just out of the Toyota parts bin. Pretty much.
It's just it literally looks like exactly like an old Prius. They just like copied. It's basically like the hey, can I copy your homework? Just change it a little bit.
Exactly.
But no, bro, my Prius is definitely the hottest one.
Our final topic here. I'd like to the Mark V Supra. It's been way overhyped, and it's.
I don't like the new I don't like the new Supra. It's not complicated. I think it'd be a good car if it wasn't just two BMW. I think if Toyota put an engine in it, if it was all Toyota, I think it'd be better. But because they're just like no one will care. We'll just borrow some of BMW's parts. Oh, that doesn't look horrible.
Yeah, when it was in this stage, this was the FT1. It's like.
That looks more like a supercar, not a Supra, though.
Really cool.
It looks good, but it's not a Supra.
Really cool.
It looks good, but it's not a Supra, if that makes sense. It doesn't look like a Supra.
And then they did this when they put it into production.
I think it looks good, though. I think the first one looks like a supercar or a sports car.
The first one looks like
the second one looks more like a Supra shit. I just wish it wasn't so BMW. That's all.
I just wish it didn't like have monster truck ride height.
It's
so
like
high. It sits up so high for a sports car.
No one.
There's no stick shift.
Bro, that's a rally car from the factory.
Like 10 or 20 horsepower from the 1990s Supras.
Exactly.
They go with the single clutch automatic with paddles, which is just a genuinely terrible setup.
I'm trying to find
a regular automatic. It's no faster than the automatic in my mom's Ram. That's actually a lie because this car's set up for it has to be fast. But you know what I mean, like the shift timing and all that. It's no different from what.
Yeah.
Your everyday Ram or Corolla.
What's that Dodge that like looks like a hearse from the factory? I'm trying to think of the name of it.
Dodge looks like a hearse from factory.
Here, the Magnum.
The Magnum. Oh my god. Decent.
Bro, the Magnum is literally a hearse from the factory.
No, it's got decent torque and it comes with a stick.
Yeah, it's weird because it's like, bro, it's like when the hearse driver wants to have some fun too. There you go. Tell me that doesn't look like a Chevy Tahoe that got sat on by an elephant.
That's true. All right, back to the Mark V Supra because I'd like to end it on an actual
not shit stained note.
And then no, we'll get out of it because this is a shit stain note. The Mark V Supra is not good. Again, it's a case of it's a good car, just it shouldn't be a Supra type of thing.
I think no. What I'm thinking of, it would be a good car if they just didn't
It was
run
the
into
new
BMW's
86.
parts bin. If they use their own engine,
If it was the new 86 and had a different, like, I like the styling. If it was the new 86, because it looks like it takes cues from the 86 that they have right now, which
Yeah.
I'm fine. I think it's designed and proportioned perfectly as is, but whatever. It's a BMW engine that kills it. For me.
yeah. No. What I think, yeah.
Automatic.
If they didn't go for
pretty much
BMW's
automatic.
parts bin, they put either an inline 4 or a V6 in there, like they already have.
An i6.
Yeah, if
Like,
they put an
take the
i6 or an
time-
i4 in there from
Sales,
Toyota,
had
I think
taken
they
the
would have been
time-
good.
No, shut up. Toyota had taken the time and money and effort to design a 3JZ
Yeah.
twin turbo 6-cylinder straight six.
That would be NASCAR speed.
100 times better.
Oh yeah.
because
Easy
it
to
was designed by
tune, more
Toyota.
fun.
So yeah, easy
More
to tune,
fun than-
all that.
More fun than just another BMW with a body kit. I'm bad with my BMW since they're just all numbers with eyes afterwards.
That's true.
Literally,
For
I don't get BMW because they're literally just all
So,
numbers with the letter I.
135i. Yeah.
Fuck it. They should just call one the 420i. Cause why not?
35i. Yeah, exactly. There probably is one of those for all I
A
care.
420i.
Taking the time to design a 3JZ or anything really, any Toyota engine, it would have the classic Toyota reliability, and you wouldn't have to rebuild the engine 3 times before it hits 100,000.
I wouldn't say that, but
because European car life, you know what I mean.
European or yeah, but I'm just saying
I know, but all European cars suffer from
a issue,
not
whatever it is.
from not having the Japanese reliability. You got to admit.
That's true.
you
Japanese.
can't
Nobody
really-
can be Japanese reliability.
Exactly.
Literally, I saw this video of this guy just redlining a Miata for like 10 minutes. It wouldn't blow up at all. He kind of destroyed the motor afterwards, but it wouldn't blow up.
No, one of the guys
Except
I'm sure there's no
Volvo.
list.
Volvo's pretty reliable.
Volvo's a new level of whatever. Like you can't
Indestructible.
beat it. Look,
Yeah,
it's
no,
the
this
biggest
this
secret. The
YouTuber,
240
it's just
wagon.
the 6 like I was just
swapped
telling you
the
about.
240 wagon, and it's insane.
He had this YouTuber, it's just a 6 that I told you about. He had this old Volvo that had like it had a metric shit ton of issues. So he just figured, well, why not? Let's do something stupid with it. So we ripped off all the doors and shit, drove it through a car wash with no doors or anything or windshields or anything. It still ran. But then to take it to a whole new level, he emptied all the oil out of it, drove it to a gas station, filled the oil up with diesel fuel, drove around, and it still wouldn't blow up.
That's a Volvo for you. You can
I
pretty
know.
much run them on deep fryer oil.
I mean, diesel trucks you can literally just drive
Well, yeah,
with
it's
McDonald's.
diesel.
I saw a video of a guy driving a truck with McDonald's fry oil as gas.
So you know how during school I work at that restaurant.
Yeah.
Pretty much, like if I were to get, like say I was to get like an old or something,
An old what? You cut out for a sec.
old diesel Skoda, or because you know how all those European
I want an old
compact
you know
cars are all diesel, right?
the 07. I want to get an 07 diesel Silverado.
Either way, so that's beside the point.
Yeah.
Get one of those. I could run it off of the fryer oil. I could just instead of dumping it in those barrels, dump it into the car.
Bro,
But no, back to the talking about somewhat new cars,
Yeah.
because I've brought up every car so far. Some new cars.
Yeah.
If not, you can fall back on me and I'll go find one for us.
Oh, I think we're kind of running out of time now. It's been like 20, 30 minutes now.
All right, well, we'll end it off on a high note with apparently a new car from a Korean dealership that is typically known for making absolute dog shit cars.
Mitsubishi.
Before I upload it. No,
Kia.
Mitsubishi is
Mitsubishi
Kia
is going
Stinger.
bye-bye. Yes, the
new
Kia
Kia
Stinger. I
Stinger
love the Kia Stinger. Kia
I
Stinger
love it.
looks
It's
good.
insane.
Dude, it's weird because Kia before, they were just like the
Black,
they existed. They existed. That's
They
about
existed.
it. And then out
They
of
existed.
nowhere, they whip out the Kia Stinger GT, and I forget they have
the
another.
Genesis.
They have another car that was doing good. I forget exactly what it's called. The Genesis. They started whipping out Genesis,
The new
nice.
Sorrento. Look, the new Sorrento.
No, Genesis is Hyundai.
Really
I think
good.
Genesis is Hyundai.
Oh no,
Yeah, Genesis
it is Hyundai. I don't know what I'm talking about there. But yeah.
No, but they did whip out another car. I forgot what it's called, but
like,
yeah, like Kia just
yeah,
whipped out of nowhere. It looks good.
Or the twin turbocharged V6 with off the top of my head, I can't remember its specs.
It's still good. It's literally like a perfect car. It's like the Chevy SS. It's like a Chevy SS.
No,
it's like a modern day Chevy SS that actually works.
65 horsepower, 376 pound-feet of torque.
Yeah, that's good. That's almost 400.
Luxury saloon.
Exactly. No, like it's literally
Under
like
50 grand.
No, it's the Korean Chevy SS.
Exactly, and it's good. And it's
literally meant to just go fast, fun, and it has 4 doors.
Weighs 1,900 kilos.
Exactly.
Which is pretty light for a luxury saloon or sedan. Like a mid-sized car is what it says.
Yeah.
Ultimate, like decked out. Well, not even decked out. Like the GT Limited All-Wheel Drive Edition. It's only 50 grand without. I don't know if it's with options or not, but like, insane. It's such a good car.
I
don't know why.
It looks good.
Either, which sucks.
Bro, there's just something that like makes me kind of silently orgasm about it, you know?
Yes, exactly.
There's just something about it. I don't know. It looks mean. Yeah. It looks nice. The only thing it looks cool, but I'm not a big fan of like how the taillights kind of keep going. I think it's good for the car. I'm just not a big fan of that. That's all. I'm kind of getting more used to it, and I'm liking it more, but it looks interesting. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like how the taillight just kind of goes towards like the rear.
Extremely aerodynamic. It's got a active suspension system.
Out of Kia.
It would be like dampening control from Kia.
From frickin' Kia.
Like it's ridiculous. It's absolutely mad.
I know.
Kia. And it's got like a
the
Tesla Model S. The Tesla Model S screen.
Yeah.
Cut one of those down the middle.
Does it have one?
Side to side.
I didn't know that.
Side to side.
I didn't know that.
That's the screen in the Kia Stinger.
I did not know that. I like the name though too, Stinger. It just fits it. I like that. Like, that's what I'm saying.
Does.
I don't like the way the taillights like kind of extend like that. But when you think about its name, it's called the Stinger. I don't know why. It just makes sense because it kind of looks like a Stinger to a point.
And then, it's not just a performance car. It's got heads-up display.
I know. It's literally it's like the Cadillac CTS-V to a point. It's a luxury sedan that can go NASCAR fast.
Yeah.
Except for the Cadillac CTS-V is a full-on luxury sedan that they just slap the 650 horsepower motor in. Because why not?
Yeah. Thing assist. It's got insane audio, stereo stuff. Like your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto type of thing. Like it's nowhere with that. Like they came out of left field and just.
Okay, I'm glad we're gonna end on the Kia Stinger because I didn't really want to end on the disappointment of a child that was a Supra.
Yes, and the Magnum.
Look at hers from the factory. No. Are we gonna talk about the hang
on. Well, I don't know if we have time for this, but we may just to
We gotta take a look. We gotta take a look at this though. We're gonna end on a meme. We're gonna end on a meme note here, cause why not? How about literally the car that looks like it's a dog taking a shit?
Oh my! Well, we kind of strayed away from the new cars thing, but yes, like
whatever. Why not?
That's the Sebring, isn't it?
Look at the happy little Miata though. A little happy Miata.
It doesn't have the pop-ups up like it does in my.
It doesn't look. It kind of looks like it's sleeping with its mouth open.
But yeah, I don't even know what that is. But I was at a couple of years back. I was at a what's it called? Mopar Fest
Okay.
in New Hamburg. And I saw one of these. Somebody completely wrapped it and the body and the tires in
What, a
chrome,
Crossfire or a Miata?
and it looked pretty.
What, the
Like,
Crossfire or
honestly,
the Miata?
The Crossfire. No, the Miata looks amazing because it's a Miata. The Crossfire that was wrapped completely in gold.
Hot.
Bad.
Now it's a golden dog taking a shit.
Yeah.
There's a guy that doesn't live far from my house that actually has a Crossfire. I just think it's an
Pretty
interesting
common.
design, that's all.
It's a design that was.
It's a dog squatting.
So is that it for
I guess we're gonna end on the Kia Stinger, a Miata, and a dog taking a shit on
Fire.
wheels. And some guy taking a shit, I guess, too. Wait, no, I get the final picture. No, I get the final
This just
picture.
turned into a giant meme. If you're still sticking around to watch this, good on you, because
Good on you, because it's just
Watch
two guys
the-
being retarded for 20 minutes. Okay,
Oh.
there we go. Good old calling me Carson. Yes. Alright, well, that's gonna end it. Make sure to subscribe or I'll steal your family. Make sure to subscribe or I'll steal your family. And make sure to like the video or DK will ram a Miata inside your anus. Ka-chow, gang.